think that's really a capability that we need to extend, again, trying to make the easy thing the right thing to do.
With the shift to work from home and looking forward, how do you see your security strategy change as networks transform and businesses are driving digital transformations?
My answer is the zero trust and going more and more into that zero trust maturity model. And, within your environment, really homing down and tightening in on identity, both from the device standpoint that's connecting to the network as well as to the user, least privilege, micro-segmentation, monitoring, really getting all those processes in together. This is not a 1-year initiative. This is a multi-year initiative. I think it took Google 8 years. I think I could be off a little bit, but so it's something to definitely strive for. Look at what your systems have, what they're doing. A good either. I highly recommend anything from an endpoint, from a application control. Application whitelisting, blacklisting of things. With that, things just don't run if it's not authorized to do so, and you don't have to worry about signatures or anything along that line. And really getting that monitoring, being able to have a good EDR to be able to respond if something does come across, and just really moving more and more to that zero trust model is the approach that we're doing. And that's not only on the system side, but also on development side. Making sure you're following OWASP, and then also getting the developers to work towards that zero trust encoding.
What we've really had to work on is the cultural idea of getting security engaged in early on in the process versus on the back end. We have the tool, we can always apply them on the back end, but getting it early on that design process or that strategic planning. So as they're doing the digital transformation, we're looking at what technology platform they want to migrate to or implement at the very beginning and getting the security input at that point. So a lot of the business collaboration and working with the business units and all the more innovative areas, be it IT, IS, or just sales and marketing, even if they want to do things with Salesforce or some other type of platform, just making sure we understand where they're going and then being able to bring that all together so that we're in on that front end, and it's a much easier process to do it up front than on the back end.
There's a lot going on in the organization, but one of the things that I said probably 3-4 years ago is you should make the right thing the easy thing to do. And so a lot of what we're trying to do is build security into what we call the app fabric. So anytime a developer is pushing out code, everything they need is accessible to them. Do I need a multi-factor authentication capability? There's a mechanism to get that very easily. So they don't have to think. I think a lot of the challenges that we've had is that we're asking developers to contemplate very complex security problems, and they're just trying to get code out to meet our customer needs, right? So we're really focusing on how do we integrate into the fabric that all of our developers use so security is easy to do right every single time. And so that's a lot of the work that the security team is working on to integrate those capabilities. And the pipelining, when we go into the cloud, we're not quite at the zero trust. That sounds amazing to me. But certainly in the cloud space, we're really driving to pipelines to make sure that there is no human interaction when you're going to deploy capabilities in code or making changes or adding S3 buckets, that's all automated. And I think that's really a capability that we need to extend, again, trying to make the easy thing the right thing to do, and really allowing those developers and our product owners to execute on the work that we need to meet our customer needs.